Entire community comes together tonight. We're learning more about the two young lives lost yesterday after a shooting in Shepherdsville. Hello, everybody. It's our top story on the night team. I'm Doug Proffitt. As the boy's mother appears in court for the first time today, charged in connection with her son's deaths. Close family friends are talking about the loss. WHAS11 night team's Connor Steffen shares more about the victims and the message coming from those who knew them tonight.
As a memorial grows out front this empty Shepherdsville home, the community's grief grows with it over the shooting death of two young boys.
I love that.
Look, here's another pinata one.
And in Shively in Louisville,
this is my favorite.
A family scrolls through memories, sharing their faces and names with us. 9-year-old Jaden on the left, his 6-year-old brother Maurice on the right.
They were very smart, sweet, loving kids.
Thinking of the boys, Talia Crutcher says were her own kids' best friends.
I'm a crybaby, I'm sorry.
She tries to hold back tears.
My son told me not to, but I can't. It's hard, it's real hard.
Crutcher says the two families met several years ago.
She had kids and I had kids, and we instantly, our kids instantly fell in love with each other. They just played so good together.
They were funny. They are nice.
Talia's son Jordan says his favorite memories with the boys are when they'd play football together. He remembers the moment he heard what happened to them Wednesday.
I cried. I was sad.
And I have Tiffany Lucas.
Appearing virtually before a Bullitt County judge Thursday, the boy's mother, 32-year-old Tiffany Lucas, pleaded not guilty to the murder charges she now faces.
Specifically to
the judge not taking any chances with the bond.
The court is finding her to be a danger to others and will set a $2 million bond.
I don't think I can process it. I just can't. It's shocking, right? It's unbelievable.
She wonders if there were potential warning signs she missed. Crutcher, like others we've spoken with the past 2 days, say from the outside, Lucas appeared to be a dedicated, loving mother.
And I feel so bad for the boys because they still loved her and they still adored her and looked up to her. And just to think that.
A loss put into perspective as strangers and neighbors alike come together, remembering two innocent lives. In Louisville, Connor Steffen, the WHAS 11 night team, on your side.
Also here new tonight, we have information on the arrest of the former Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll, now out of bond after appearing in court this afternoon in southern Indiana. Wearing an orange jumpsuit right here and handcuffs, Knoll faced a judge for the very first time. That judge setting bond at $75,000, triple what prosecutors had been asking for. Knoll is facing 15 felonies ranging from ghost employment to theft. In the lengthy affidavit, an Indiana State Police detective describes an elaborate scheme in which Knoll allegedly traded cars from the Volunteer Firefighters Association that he leads for nicer and at times vintage model cars. Investigators believe he then sold those cars, with much of that money being deposited right back into his own bank account.
One thing that the state is waiting for at this point in time is an audit. The audit is being done by the Indiana State Board of Accounts and a review of tax records by the Indiana Department of Revenue. We're unsure when that will be completed and what results and what happens after that. That may take us in a new direction.
Well-known Southern Indiana attorney Larry Wilder is representing Knoll. He did not comment after the court appearance today. The final witness to take the stand in the Brett Hankison federal trial was Brett Hankison himself today. The former LMPD officer is facing federal charges, accused of violating Breonna Taylor's civil rights the night she died. Hankison says he saw a muzzle flash that night, revealing a man in a rifle stance in the apartment. He says he immediately ran towards the parking lot, but before reaching the stairway, he heard friend and former LMPD Sergeant Jonathan Mattingly yell, "I'm hit." Hankison, while fighting back tears on the stand, described how he thought officers were trapped in the breezeway, taking fire from an automatic weapon, saying he had to act. He went on to say he feels horrible about that night, adding, quote, "So many people have experienced hardship because of this warrant they never should have served," end quote. The court will resume on Monday. There is no court tomorrow due to the observance of Veterans Day. All new on the night team, protecting homeowners across Louisville who live in neighborhoods that have suddenly become hotspots for developers and investment. Restoring lost neighborhoods, well, that is something that's certainly needed in many areas across Louisville, but city leaders have become increasingly concerned with gentrification leading to the loss of affordable housing. WHAS 11 night team's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie covered the big vote on a new city ordinance. Taylor?
Doug, this is the city's first ever anti-displacement ordinance that's been written for over the last 2 years in collaboration with residents of historically black neighborhoods and 4 Metro Council co-sponsors. It's designed to keep residents housed and not displaced.
Vote! We need a vote! Vote!
One voice among a crowd of many is hoping to return to her beloved Smoketown neighborhood.
I have wanted to return to my community for so long.
Jessica Bellamy has decades worth of family ties in Smoketown. Her grandmother's restaurant is the famous Shirley Mae's Cafe, but now Jessica says with the rise in the cost of living and new developers showing interest in Smoketown, returning has been tough.
I feel powerless as I stand by and watch developers pick the bones of my community for profit.
She's part of the Louisville Tenants Union, applauding Metro Council for the city's first anti-displacement ordinance. It prevents residents from being displaced due to an increase in rent, allowing people to investigate discriminatory housing practices like urban renewal and redlining. Council members say it's a beginning.
Our housing needs assessment shows us that almost 1/3 of households in this city cannot afford the housing. Some of them are paying more than half of their income on rent and mortgages.
The ordinance is written by tenants and residents of historically black neighborhoods, but it will affect the entire city and every neighborhood.
We need housing that is affordable in every part of this community.
Metro Council members voted yes, unanimously passing the ordinance. Bellamy says this means the world and it is beyond her wildest dreams.
It means that hopefully I'll be back in Smoketown. It means that so many people are going to be able to remain in their homes and fight to stay in their community.
It's a delicate balance. Neighborhoods that were long forgotten are now seeing important investments, so a displacement assessment will be created to measure how developers impact the communities they build in. In studio, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 Night Team on your side.
And Shirley Mae is still going strong. Thank you, Taylor. Well, the council also approved a proposal to extend alcohol sales on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve this year. Both holidays fall on a Sunday this year, and that's when sales normally wouldn't begin until 1 in the afternoon. Now, people can do any last-minute shopping for alcohol starting at 6 in the morning until midnight on those 2 days. The ordinance applies any year that the holidays fall on a Sunday. All new on the WHAS 11 Night Team, Greater Louisville Inc. is celebrating its 3rd class of graduates from its Power to Prosper Minority Business Accelerator program. This program is designed to help local businesses scale their operations, add new jobs, and dramatically increase their revenues. Tonight, 13 minority-owned businesses joined the 3 dozen others that have completed the program. Organizers say they hope this program will help them continue to create an inclusive business community.
So we focus on growing our economy with the health and strength of our local and regional businesses. And with that, all business of all creeds, colors, nationalities need to be included and help them to scale up, to be on that level playing field.
13 graduates tonight. Among those honored, Dewana Clarkson of Deluxe Hair and Cuts, Horatius Thomas of First Impressions Computer Consulting. Again, there were 13, and we say big congratulations. We've posted the entire list with this story. It's on WHAS11.com. Well, Thursday night football is a unique Louisville tradition that started many years ago. Lots of schools do it now, but the day the team plays no longer matters for local fans as the Cardinal football team is on a winning streak. The scene earlier tonight outside the stadium, tailgaters kicking off ahead of the Cards matchup with Virginia. There was a buzz in the air as fans say they love what Coach Jeff Brom is doing for the program.
We love Louisville football no matter what, but we love the Broms. They have such a history here with U of L, and we've had the opportunity to meet some of the team this year, and we are so excited about this year and the future.
It is a family affair, but did that pregame excitement translate to a Louisville win tonight? We're going to find out later in just a few minutes in tonight's sports.